Hello, welcome again. So now we are moving forward, and during this video series we'll see how we can work with the database management system. So for specific this project we will use the MySQL. This is a open source database management provided by the Oracle Corporation, and it is an relational. It provides a relational database, it's showing it's maintaining the data in the form of table structure form. Other one, it uses the very popular language, query language that was a structured query language. So it uses the SQL. So during this video series I will demonstrate how we can use the MySQL open source database to create the databases, to create tables, and how we can insert the data and how we can access the data. Similarly, how we can update the data, whether if you want to delete or if you want to add it the particular line of particular cell that belongs to a particular value. So for this video series or for this demonstration, I will use this kind of table. So we will maintain this table with the help of the MySQL database management system. So let me explain you. So you can see on this table, the top row is these are the attributes of this table. So these are the attributes of any table to maintain the relational database or the table structured data. So here you can see it is a serial number. So these are the fields name: serial number, name, class, school, city, contact. So you can use any different kinds of table attributes, right? But it should not be predefined keywords. Like you cannot use like the int or the characters as a name for these table attributes. Now at the bottom of this slides you can see the data types of the table attributes. So it is very important. So what kind of information we are storing? So it means once we create a table, so it should be clearly defined. So for the serial number, you can see these are the integer values. So it's mean once I will create the table, so the serial number, so it is mandatory even who is creating the table and who is updating and who is inserting the data. It is mandatory to they must follow the given data types, or the data types. These values can only be accessed except for storing the data. So for the name, so name should always be in a character form. So here in the structured query languages we use the variable characters and the symbol or the keyword which is used. So which is used to keep the character value is a varchar. So varchar, it's mean 20 characters can be stored. So for a maximum name of anyone, we are just keeping this is the maximum value. Next is the class. So to which class he belongs, so we are taking it in an integer. Similarly for the school, again it is in character form, so we are taking it as a varchar, and the maximum character is 30. So any school can be maximum, the name of any school can be maximum up to the 30 characters. Similarly for the city and the contact number. Similarly, even we can use the integer also, but it will be a very big number. So it is better to use the contact number only in the form of character, and the maximum limit is 10 characters. So no mobile number will exceed 10 characters. Alright, so you can note down these key commands. So even I will demonstrate. So I will show you the demonstration how I can use these commands with the help of the command line or the command prompt to access the MySQL, which is available, which is already installed with the help of the ZAP server on our machines, right? So just let me explain some of the commands here. So it is very helpful for creating the database. So before creating a table, so over the table there is a single entity. It means there is a box, and this box is called the database name, right? So with the help of this command, create database, test database. So create a database is a common command, and test data is so you can choose any specific name also. Even you can choose your name also. So create database, test database. Similarly, once it is created, to use these particular database, to use these boxes, right? So if there is a command use database, and database is actually it should be the test data. If I created the database with the name of test data, so this should be same, right? Test data, so it should be here also the test data. For check the tables in selected database, we can use the show tables command. For creating the table, we can use the create table. The table name, you can choose any name of the table, and then these are the parameters, attributes of with the specific data types. Then there is a command insert into the student tables, right? So now I'm showing you how we can use these commands over the MySQL terminal. So just open the XAMPP. Now once your XAMPP control panel is open, just click on the start button. I already click on the start button and wait for until it gets the port number. So once you get the port number 3306, just click on the shell. So it's just promoting us on the MySQL. It's promoting it onto the command prompt. So there is a command to access. Please, I advise you to please note down the commands. It was very helpful for you. So the command is MySQL -h localhost -u. I am giving the root, right? So we are promoted to the MySQL. So there is a command show databases. So if you want to showcase all the databases, those are already available there. So you can use this show commands. If you want to create a new database, so you can use create database, and I'm using video series. So I'm creating a new database with the name video series, right? Okay. So once it is created, you can check again whether it has been created. Yes. So you can see here it is a video series. Now I'm using the same database which has been created just a few minutes back. Yes. Now you can check show tables. Is there any tables available? No, there is no table, right? So once there is no table, you can create a table. So to create table is create table. For creating a table, actually I'm using the these words. So initially I'm just creating a create table, and let's suppose the table name is student data. I'm maintaining only the create table student data. Now what are the fields? Serial number, we have a name of varchar, that is 20, maximum is 20, comma, then we are maintaining the class which is an integer, right? Now we have school, and it is a varchar 30, right? We have taken as the maximum 30. City for the varchar is 20, right? I mean, you can set these values, the maximum limit, based on your requirement, right? Once it is done, semicolon, click, yes, it's okay, right? Now there is a command select star from. So star means all. So all the data, those are keeping by the database. So the database name, the table name was student. Actually we created a student data, so it means there is no data, right? Now I'm moving back. So it means we have created a table, we have used the data, we are already showing the number of tables, created tables. Now I'm just inserting the data. So insert into, so I'm putting the data into student data, right? And the values are Now this is a very important phase because I need to give all these details. Now please, I advise you to please make a note, right, and give 100% attention here. So the first is your serial number, right? According to the fields or the sequence of the attributes given in the table or you have provided once we create the table should be similar. So now second is name. So I am giving the name is Naveen. So if it is integer, no need to enclose. So there is no need to enclose by the single quotes or double quote. But if you are taking it as a varchar, it should be enclosed by the double quotes. So next is your integer. So the class was the integer. Let's suppose the student is in 4th class. Then there is a school. So let's suppose it is DPS, right? Third was the city. If it is Meerut and it is taking as a varchar, so it should be enclosed by. Last one is your DAC number. So let's put that 987654332. Right? Once is all completed, just terminate it. Wrong. Okay, done. So even you can check with the help of select query, right? So now you can see that now the student data has been updated with one entry, and with the command select star from student, and we can retrieve the data also, right? Similarly, even I can update more values here, right? Now the next entry is 2. Name is Amit. Let's suppose all the entries are common because they all belong to the same class, right? Now you can see, right? Now there is another command. If you want only the particular name and school, so you can use it like this. So it will give you only the 2 details. If you want to add the city also, you can use this like this. Select the attributes, the selected attribute, or you want to display over the screen from the student table, right? Again, I advise you to please make a note of all the commands. So if I want to search a student whose ID, whose serial number, so you can take, instead of using the serial number, you can use the roll number. So if you know the roll number and just want to print the name, school and the city of a student whose serial number is 2, there is only one student, Amit, right? Similarly, you can use this like this. If you want to update a particular, so you can use the update keyword. So update table name, set school equals to height. Now I'm updating the table or the particular attribute, the school, with the value of kite, where the particular row that having a serial number equals to 2. Yes, one matched and one changed. Now you can see with the help of the select query. Let's suppose I'm just setting up. So you can see that now the Amit is shifted to the school kite. Now if you want to change the class of each and every student, so it is very simple. So you can use the update keyword and class equals to 4, and no need to give the where clause. The reason is all the student will be updated. So student, update the student data, set class equals to 4. Now you can check, sorry, it should be 5. So all the students are shifted to the next classes. So here in this example, I'm just creating a login table with these attributes, ID, user and password. So very quickly, I'm just giving you some of the commands. So what command I have already created: create table, login, serial number is int, user is varchar 10, password is 10. So inserting these 2 attributes, and this will be very useful command. Select serial number from login. So this will be helpful for checking the correct user with their password. So I will check the select serial number from login. If the user is Naveen and the password is 1234. So if we get this output, so it means it is the correct.